So Paradise Unified School District, I guess I am starting my second year. However, I am starting my second year in a community that is still very new to me. I moved 500 miles from a community that I had been in for 27 years in a large district of what I now call a large district. We thought we were medium. We were 13,000 kids. So I moved from San Bernardino County, which has lots of poverty and lots of challenges, to Butte County, where I am the proud superintendent of Paradise Unified School District, the second largest district in Butte County with 3,400 kids. Woohoo!
What kind of staff do you have with that?
Here is Paradise Elementary School, built in 1938. It looks like this. It still has single pane windows, folks. And we have a great challenge that I did not know about in the desert, but I've learned about: dry rot. So when I came to Paradise as the new superintendent from outside the community, not knowing anyone, this is what we started with. Everybody had desktop labs, and they were pretty proud of them. Most of the computers in those desktop labs, yeah, they were about 5 years old. Bing was the only search engine that was allowed in our K-5 schools. And I know you're dying to know why. Because a parent came in and was outraged because their child got a referral for going somewhere on the internet, and why did they even have access to the internet in our schools? So the reaction was, lock her down. So on the day I signed my contract, was in May, prior to July 1, who was the first person I walked up to? The IT director, who was sitting at the computer running all the technology for the meeting. I said, have you heard about Google Apps for Education? Oh yeah, I think we have an account for that. Great. July 1, you and I, we got a meeting. What they did have some tablets that the previous IT guy before my current guy, who is fabulous, he thought it'd be a really good idea to go really cheap. Bought reconditioned tablets that basically couldn't even go online to do their CASP, their SBAC. Some of the schools that were larger with 500 kids, like Paradise Elementary, they were only really getting one class at a time to test. So it was taking them the entire testing window to get their kids tested. So that's where we started in 1938. The big thing I want to focus on is staff development, because you can't just talk about what's going on with your kids, you got to talk about your staff. And besides the fact that we were in some really, really tough negotiations, and so no one was talking to anyone, and we've gotten through that, it's all good. But there was also this shotgun approach to staff development. So you can see occasionally we hit the target, but it was I guess kind of individualized, because if I came to you and said, hey, there's this really cool conference in Vegas, can I go? Sure. Did I come back and do anything with it? Yeah, maybe. There was no cohesive district-wide plan at all, and there was absolutely no future-ready plan. But there was this group. And all of them didn't make it in here, but this was a picture I took at one of our very first PLCs. This is a fabulous 7th grade group at Paradise Intermediate School who had heard about Google Docs before I got there. And so they had kind of gotten in and got their own little personal accounts. And so no one was more excited than these guys. And this was the only PLC that I walked in the entire district where they had their computers open, and they were working together, and they were talking about what they were going to do next within Google, and they were teaching each other. So they, of course, became part of the solution. So team collaboration. So in June, there was a GAF conference in Chico. We're about 20 minutes from Chico. In fact, 50% of our teachers live in Chico. And so we got as many slots as we could at that GAF, and then we did send a bunch of people to other ones. On our first professional development day, which was in that September, in the morning, We knew our teachers really needed their grade level time, so we gave them that. We said, absolutely. But then we're going to meet at the high school. And what we did, my new director of curriculum and instruction, who had come from our high school, and myself, we reached out and we found experts. Well, the experts were going to present. Guess who one of the experts was? How cool was it to be the new superintendent working with teachers in a lab doing Google Docs? Because they had never seen it. And I told them, I'm here in front of you to show you kind of what I know, but we're going to learn together. And I ran 2 sessions, and it was a really great experience to kind of turn it over to them to say, now you're the experts. They'd never heard of STEAM, implemented STEAM, got a lot of people to Q Rockstar, Q Admin Rockstar with my colleagues in Butte. We're bringing it to Butte County. Butte County is 30,000 kids total in the county. So we're a little different beast than some of the other counties. We also have something that we are #1 in. And in Butte County, we are #1 at the percentage of our families where children have adverse childhood experiences. And some of you might not have heard of this, but we are emphasizing it in Butte County. It's called ACEs. And it is, it's amazing the information we now have based on brain research of what adverse childhood experience does to children. So we're kicking off for 16-17 district-wide. Bus drivers, food service workers, every employee is going to learn about how adverse childhood experiences affect the children that we work with every single day. So that, along with our district-wide movement in technology, is our 3-year plan. Thank goodness for educator effectiveness funds to make us build a 3-year plan. And coming soon, we are having a district-wide Q Rockstar on our September Professional Development Day. So in 1 year, we're 2/3 free and reduced lunch. We think it's probably higher than that, but a lot of our high schoolers probably don't apply. We are starting 1-to-1. The 7th grade teachers I showed you, guess who got the first Chromebooks 1-to-1? 7th grade. Used a lot of other reasons, but I knew they were going to use them. So the principal of that school said to me, I might have enough in my site money to do 6th grade. Do you think we could do 6th grade too? I said, yeah, that'd be great. And so next year, we're going to have 8th and build it out to 9th, because we know those kids, when they get to high school, what are they going to want? They're going to want access. So in our first year, we sent people to Google. In September, we did our own district-wide staff development. We got some Chromebooks going in November. January, my IT director said, you know what? We are done with Outlook. Let's just rip the Band-Aid off. And I went, are you sure? Are you sure? He goes, yep, I will train everybody. He ran around. He got all the sites trained. We ripped the Band-Aid off. We are now Google district-wide in our mail, even our classified. And then I had one of my 6th grade teachers proposed to me, I'd like to ask for a grant. Oh, okay, what kind of grant do you want? Well, I've seen this really cool 3D printer, and he writes it all. I said, send me an email. Writes this really long thing. He didn't even need to write it for me. I was like, dude, you got me at a cool 3D printer. So he has 3 of them now, and he's training the other 6th grade teachers in how to use them. And we're excited about having a Q Rockstar in Paradise at the high school. So imagine teachers who are equipped, energized, empowered, excited, and engaged.
Make it so.
Make it so. All right. So year 1 for me is kind of like this. And
I like to climb mountains. I like to build planes in the air. I grew up wanting to be on a wing, wanting to be up this high. Sometimes the temperature up at altitude will reach 60 below. It's crisp, it's refreshing. You know? Come across up here. Owls. These people back here? That's not going to work. Let's go building planes in the sky.
We're not just building a plane here. We're building a dream.
I love this I look over there and I see that little kid, and I look in his eyes, that's all the thanks I need.
So, favorite Super Bowl commercial, right? So I don't know if I can go to this, John. So that's me with the guy at the end who gets choked off and says, I love this job. So in Paradise Unified School District, we are embracing, that's a drone up top. My IT guy that I bragged about goes to my business guy at the beginning of June and says, you know, there's these really cool drones on sale. Do you think we could get one? Business guy looks and says, what would we use one of those for? I'd been away. I come back a couple days later. He goes, you know, there's these really cool drones on sale. Do you think we could get one? I went, absolutely. Why not? And he says, well, the business guy said we couldn't. Oh, come on. Well, you know, it's 2 doors down. Walk down. David, why can't we get one of these? Oh, great idea, Donna. Let's get one. So we now have a drone for the 30,000-foot view. We're taking great pictures for our website, but our plan is it's going to be in the hands of kids who are going to be designing video for a drone. So quick ending, here's what it's about. The teacher on the left there is a PHS graduate teaching at the elementary school where she went. This is our first ever senior walk. I had nothing to do with this. This was my admin team board during a board meeting, sitting there going, do you think we could do this? Do you think we could do this? And the transportation director going, I'll drive the bus. And so we drove all of our seniors all around to all our elementaries, and here they are. I ran around with my iPhone taking pictures, but next year, we're going to use the drone. So this is John. To be for our students and teachers educational paradise, our goal is.